you if no one needs you? That is a question I was asking one of my clients these days. And besides silence, big eyes looked straight ahead of me. Isn't that an amazing question, actually? Who are you if no one needs us? It actually is the summary of leadership without role. Leadership means clearly to go within yourself. Now, in our world, what we are doing is we are clear going on that what our outside world is telling us, is suggesting us, and is advising us. And you see myself, Cornelia Haselwanter, who is actually working together with leaders of all kinds, CEOs, but as well management, people who have simple responsibilities. These people are all having the same issues. We are all leaders for ourselves, for others, and for company and for purpose. But what happens if this role is falling apart? I mean, 2025, a lot of people, especially in the CEO area, management field, lost their job back here in Switzerland and most probably as well in Germany. I don't know how it is in your country, the place where you are looking now to this 11/11 talk, which I'm happy that you joined, because what I want to share you with now in the next 11 minutes is 3 advices how you have a better world, better life, your world, where you are not adapting on what the outside world is telling you to do. So therefore, let's start with the first thing. If you are aware about your values, then it has no function about, what other function people give you. So in clear words, separate your words from your function. Meaning, let's say you're a CEO or a manager, or, you are a team member, a team leader, and any of your values are not anymore in alliance with the company values, with the behavior of your boss, whatever, that hasn't got anything to do with you. That is your own value. And before, in order to understand the difference, it is important that you do know your value. I want to say that we have like between 3 and 5 values, which are our life purpose, our life roads. That is how we are actually guiding ourselves to go ahead of. Now, the question is, if you're aware of them, if yet not, then I invite you that you make sure that you're going to go in this path, that you follow up that invitation, that like that you make sure that you have the values in front of you. You see, I left the casino business once the values were not going along with mine. Mine are very important, is like communication, transparency, and as well support is a very big one. Co-creation also. And the freedom in order that people are allowed, to do in order for the strength. The question is, what are yours? Because once you're aware of yours, you are not delegated by the others telling you what values you have to go through. Once you do know your values and you surround yourself then with people who are actually living on the same way, you're still going to see then people, who are not on that value. And then, you're going to meet people all the day long. And so the question is, how are you dealing with them which are not going to go along with the values of yours? You don't feel belonging to each other. And then suddenly you feel alone. People who lost their job, and suddenly the company who used to be their home, their family, is not there anymore. It happened to me several times, and I know what that means. Suddenly you're like, okay, what is going on? Where is everybody? You wake up Monday morning and you don't know really, okay, what do I have to do? In the past, you knew exactly, you had the schedule, you had a routine. in a situation like that, when you suddenly feel, okay, I don't belong anywhere anymore, then it's the real invitation for you to go and say, okay, where is this loneliness coming from? What is this stillness? And then you are seeking in. You're holding this emptiness. You're holding this stillness. And what is going to happen is, then even at the beginning, when you're kind of afraid of it, even at the beginning, when you say, oh, I don't feel good with that. I don't know what to do with that. I need to go and, watch Netflix, and I need to go into the internet. Accept it, that this stillness, this emptiness is now here. Stillness is a very strong, powerful move. I mean, even in a speech, when there is a pause and a long pause and it's still, isn't that an amazing vibration? You feel it? You see, you know what I mean? That stillness, that emptiness is a huge treasure for you, because what you allow yourself is you sink in your inside, you sink in within, and what you're going to discover is amazing. You're suddenly going to discover, yes, there is much more of me than what people are telling me. There is much more than even my values. There is much more to discover for yourself, because first you need to discover in order for others to see it as well. It is a pressure, believe me. And I really want to invite you to go that path instead of pushing it away, instead of keeping yourself busy with things which are in that moment not that important. Because whenever you're leaving a system, when you're leaving something what you had actually belonged to for quite a long time, maybe it's now be a relationship with an employer, with a man or a woman, with a system, that is something, to recapture, to really see how you are actually had been developed over the time. And that presence is such an amazing gift, because in the being, and it's the third advice here, that being in the being you, without any remarks, without any refurnish, no, you are the way you are. And that replaces, in this new being, significations what had been given to you from the outside world. But it only is possible when you allow to be in the presence, in this kind of, yes, I am here. You grow by breathing, by feeling your body, by recognizing, oh my God, by the time I stepped into this company, let's say, you were like this. And now me moving out, you're suddenly in a completely different state. You're suddenly going to recognize how you grew. You're going to recognize what had happened over this time. And you're going to be, wow. And that is leadership without a role. Because you understand that you are the creator of your life. And that is the most important thing. All of that is going to change, improve your identity. And that is what it's all about. We are in this identity. We are in this huge being of being now. And what actually happens once you go all these steps, which might be scary, I fully understand it, but if you go that, you are going to see that your new identity, this brought up identity, becomes the source of your action. And that is amazing. So allow yourself this space, this stillness, this room, this presence, to see who you are. Because once you're going to get out and, to involve with others for getting back into this kind of being, you're going to be much broader, much bigger. So it doesn't depend what others are talking about you. It doesn't depend. It's not important what others are saying about you unless you know yourself. unless you are stubborn and standing good in being within. That, my dear, is something I wanted to share together with you today. Myself, Carmen Cornelia Haselwanter, I'm very flattered that you're giving me here 11 of your minutes. 11 minutes of your life in order to listen to the 3-4 advices. And please let me know what you think about it here down below in the comments. Maybe you want to share a story as well. Maybe you want to share how you grew into more wisdom, into more presence, into this leading without a role. Because once you understand this emptiness or the other roles you are in, like being a mother, a daughter, a niece, a neighbor, a buyer, a seller, you know, there are so many roles we are anyway in, but in order to understand all that first, there is going to be that amazing possibility for you to screw all of that together, look at it, and grow on it. Thank you for watching. Feel free to get back to me. I am offering a 30 minutes free consultation for anyone who feels like getting deeper into the subject. In a one-to-one talk over Zoom, we're going to see where you're standing. We're going to see what can be done for you. And in the meantime, myself, I'm wishing you an amazing time, my dear. Keep in mind, stillness, the room and space, and certainly the presence are the key to get back to yourself, where you're actually having the treasure. Thank you for watching. And in the meantime, take care and all the best.